Wow, look, it's snowing. It's so beautiful. I hate it.
In a city like New York, anything is possible. That includes your well thought out plans going straight down the drain. Fortunately for you, that happened to me, and I decided to include you in my trip to doing the best that I can with what I have to be the best that I can be. Whatever that means. So it's another day, and we are going to start our vlog. So I couldn't find my phone stand. I think it's downstairs. It's 2 floors down. I don't feel like getting it. Well, not that I didn't comb my hair. It's just that I wore a hat all morning, and it's because it's cold out, and I have hat hair. So if anything, I'll wear another one here. Okay, so I decided to get the hair a little bit ready, because we're going to talk about how to be a little bit more progressive, a little bit more productive when you can't go outside, because as you can see, it's snowing. I'm not a big fan of the snow, so I'm going to give you an idea of what I do when I'm home. So snow is nice and all, it looks cool when it's falling, and it's a nice sight the first 30 minutes, but then afterwards I hate going outside. Your boots get all messy, so that's when I think, what am I gonna do? I can't go out, I don't want to go sledding or whatever it is people do, but now that I'm in a mindset where I need to be more productive, what can I do? And if you feel the same way, well, what do you like to do? You actually can feel free to comment on what you do when you can't go outside, when you're stuck at home and you're not sure what you can do. What ideas you have that might be able to help me, and then hopefully what I tell you today will be helping you. So in essence, it's going to be brief, but it's going to be to the point. There's a couple things I like to do on those days. First, I like to clean up. I like to be organized on the days that really I have time for those things. And sometimes when you're running around, you throw one thing here, you throw one thing there, and it ends up like a total mess at the end. And these are good days to do a spring cleaning, even if it's snowing out. And it's a good idea because you feel positive at the end. And then once you're able to go outside, you have a better conscience of going out and being productive out there when you know that you've been productive in here. So that's something that I like to do because it gets me going, and it's definitely productive because then you find other things that you needed to do. Let's say you come across some paperwork or a bill that you needed to pay, something that reminds you of something else you got to do. You all of a sudden have more things to do because you've been taking care of the mess that's all over your house. Something else I like to do, like I said, in the beginning of this whole thing, I like to get help from other vloggers myself. These are times that I take advantage of that and I see what else I can do for myself. I like photography and videography, so I like to look up vlogs on those kind of things, how to improve my lighting, my video work, and things of that sort. So that's something that I do. Sometimes you want to be on top of everything, that all your interests. Like I like video games, I like comic book things. So when I want to do that, I don't have time, so I take advantage of this time to do all those things, to do a little reading and just catching up on some shows and stuff like that. But that's something that I do save for the end of the day, because even though I am taking care of things, I do want to save that for the end. Something I do is I prepare for videos like this now that it's become something that's a big part of my life. I try to write some storyboards. If you aren't necessarily a YouTuber, or you don't like to do this kind of thing, or you do have other things that you need to do, there's probably an agenda that you need to follow. So make a list of those things, the very first thing down to the very last thing, and then read it out loud, make it a part of you. And that's when you might even find out you're missing a couple steps. Those are good times to do that. If you're applying for work, some people say don't do this, but you can always do a paragraph for your cover letter. It pretty much says everything you want to say to all the employers. And that what you can do with that is you could just adjust it to each job individually. It still continues to be unique. You just have a lot of the foundation already made for you, because sometimes we get discouraged from applying to jobs when we're thinking, oh, I gotta do this whole thing again, where I'm putting all my information and then I have to write this cover letter again. And that might be the deal breaker for us, and we get discouraged and we don't do it anymore. So yeah, get that ready, put it on one of your notes, copy and paste. All you need to do is just click, and then you can continue from there. Another thing I like to do is I like to do like laundry. I like to do things like that because I really don't like doing it. I don't like separating the clothes. So you do that, and these days, put it on the dryer or go to the laundromat or whatever, whether you have it at home or you do it outside. And if you're at the laundromat, bring something with you to read, something that you need to go over. If you're home, then your options are endless probably. So take care of that. Then it leads me down to my very favorite thing to do when I don't have time. Well, my new favorite thing, because it wasn't always my favorite, and that is exercise. Now, exercising can be a very rewarding activity, but if you're not in the zone, then it's really hard to get into it. But I believe that's something that once you finish is when you feel the reward. So if you want to start off like it's your very first day, you want to do a 10 to 15 minute warm up as your exercise, by all means you do that. It's better than not doing anything at all. And this is something that you already know. But if you feel like you cheated yourself by doing something like that, let's say that was so easy, you can do a little more, do it again, or do a different warm up, or just run in place for a good 15 minutes, or if you don't have any weights, get something heavy, get a gallon of milk, get some books, and then just by all means improvise. And it takes very little for us to know what we need to do. There's a lot of things that we can do at home. We don't need to go to the gym, especially if we don't have money and we need to be more conscious of what we're spending. We can definitely do things at home. Thankfully, I have a couple of things in my house, but despite that, I've been discouraged in the past. That has nothing to do with what you have outside or what kind of memberships you have at the gym. Is what you have in here, the willpower, the dedication. That's what's going to make you do it. All right, so that was pretty brief. I wanted to keep it that way, just something to keep you going. Like I said, just being organized, washing your clothes if you want to do your laundry, making to-do lists, getting ready for your other days in which you will be able to be more productive, and then exercise. Those are 4 things that I believe will help you stay productive. Down the line, if I can come up with more ideas, I'll definitely make videos about that. This one was very preliminary, very, very easy, something that you may already need to know. May already know, but as I said, it's good to hear from someone else. So without further ado, thanks so much. Remember, if you do more, you will be more.